Right, and I did lose 160 pounds in 6 weeks.
Virtual reality. Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And they don't need a reunion stage to be beefing or feuding or everything under the sun, because Andy and Carole, Evan, they're going at it.
They are going at it. And the thing is, Carole was like trying to not go at it because she was an anonymous source named in that big New York Magazine article with Andy Cohen that he is like obsessed with. He keeps posting the hell out of that cover. The like newspaper magazine shop around the corner from his house. I don't know if you saw, Danny, but the entire thing in the magazine, he took a photo with it. He was so like, he loves this cover so much. But one thing in the story that I guess he was a little bit perturbed by was this anonymous source quote from a housewife that is no longer a housewife but seemed disgruntled. He immediately called it out. He was like, there's no question. There's 18 reasons why. This is Carole Radziwill. I don't know why she didn't just identify herself, because she has said unsavory things about me in the past. And then Carole had a response.
Oh, she had a response. Check your Twitter. She had time. She refreshed it all. I know. I got to pull up some of the, because Carole really, well, it does make me laugh because I feel, because Andy is BFFs with SJP, it does remind me of like when Carrie got one weird review from an ex of Aiden's and like she spiraled about it the entire day and everyone's like, no, everyone is like loving everything. You don't have to like worry about it. So he's in his Carrie moment. And yeah, so Carole said, well, because Andy was like, I can't wait to catch up. So then she goes, can't wait to catch up, Andy. So fun. And added him. Condescending with too many characters. It's classic bully tactic. Imagine outing a woman for whatever reason she chose to remain anonymous. He's absurd and should apologize immediately, but I'm not holding my breath. Well, I haven't sued him or threatened to destroy him. He should focus on the people who are gunning for him. I said nothing except to stand up to all of his nonsense. And then she goes on. She said she's been a bestseller since she was middle management at Trio Network, which was what Bravo was before it. And that he's lost his mind, likely from all the legal trouble. Hope he gets the help he needs, as she is #Swiftie. Karma is the all of her friends taking her to the summit.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just glad to know that Carole Radziwill is a Swiftie. But the thing is, Danny, the quote from the anonymous source, like I feel like it was actually, of all the things that could have been said, it was pretty benign. So I can't believe that it even got to this level. This is what the quote was in the article that set things off. It was, and this was from the anonymous source, aka Carole Radziwill. The show went from silly humor about middle-aged women getting drunk and being delusional about their status and having funny, petty arguments to housewives investigating and doing opposition research and making up false storylines and leaking stories on each other. Now, this wasn't necessarily even an attack on Andy, I guess. I mean, there was like there is another quote about, I just thought it was such a cringe moment when everybody danced for Andy at his baby shower. She references this video where Lisa Rinna is encouraging people to get up and dance for Andy and his baby, and she, I guess, was sort of summarizing the entire Housewives experience as sort of just being a little dancing puppet for Andy. But I mean, whatever.
Also, that was like Lisa Rinna tipsy dancing on the stage, which has now given like viral clips for eons to come. So I understand why Carole would interpret it that way, but also it's like, I think everyone just want to have fun at a baby shower. I mean, it looked like one of the few fun baby showers out there. No offense to anybody currently planning a baby shower, but I'd rather dance for Andy than like guess how many M&Ms are in a jar, you know?
That's so true. I would dance for Andy any day, honestly, but I definitely would dance for Andy over doing the like smushy chocolate in the fake like, no, not for me. No.
But also, it is funny too, Carole took up such issue with like the investigation and the fake stories, because while I do know that happens on some housewife franchises, never really during her time on New York.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there was something we were missing as viewers. Maybe there was something that happened behind the scenes that wasn't covered on a season, but that feels very Jersey and Beverly Hills to me. I feel like that was never a theme on RHONY for the most part, but Yeah, I would love to ask Carol what she was referencing.
Wait, and I do laugh. A lot of the people on social media are saying that this could kind of be, or like, could this be what brings B and C back together? Because now Bethany and Carol, y'all are singing the same song, just in different keys. So maybe Carole Radziwill will find herself on Just B with Bethany Frankel to have a little
I mean,
conversation.
I could see it happening. Like people love to bond over a shared enemy. So actually, I can kind of see that. Like crazier things have happened in the Just Be universe as we've seen.
Oh,
So,
she puts cottage cheese on seaweed. Yeah, weirder things have happened than her reuniting with Carole Radziwill.
but speaking of weird things, Danny, all these
Oh,
weird Amanda and Kyle rumors, like
I don't
there
like
have
that.
been rumblings of Amanda and Kyle cheating, breakup, mess, drama in the past, but I don't feel like they've ever reached the level they've reached recently, so much so that a source close to Kyle and Amanda felt it was necessary to release a statement as a source, kind of giving Carole Radziwill, not it was an anonymous
True.
source to Betch's media saying that they're good, they're Gucci, everything's great, and I guess there were some events that they couldn't attend together. The optics were weird, but all is good in the Kyle and Amanda universe.
I know. Well, I'm also like, Amanda has like stated time and time again she doesn't like to go out. So like, I'm never really that surprised when I see Kyle out without her, because she's like, yeah, I don't want to fly to a random state for one day to do Loverboy. Because even when we're watching on the season, she wants to do a little bit less lover boy to still love her boy. So I think that kind of makes sense. Or maybe this is kind of the stages of her separating herself from the business a little bit, and people, since Kyle is so tied to it, maybe that's what people are reading too much into.
Or maybe they're just like reading the social media messages shared between Amanda and Jesse Solomon. I mean, that could be it
Hmm.
too. I mean, they've both said that they mean nothing by it, but I don't know. I just I sense a vibe of some sorts. I do honestly, I really think in an alternate universe, Jesse and Amanda would hook up in the summer house. Like if Kyle never entered, if Kyle was never there, if Kyle and Amanda never happened, like Jesse and Amanda, I feel like could even be like Endgame.
I I don't know if she would be as wooed, because they do have a lot of flirtation. I don't know if Amanda's Endgame could be like releasing a song on Spotify, with all the love to Jesse Solomon, but because I know people are loving the music and he's dropping like a, I think it's like a remix version of what would Jesse Solomon do on streaming services. I don't know if that's Batula's beats. You know what I mean? I don't know if she wants a singing, like I don't know if she wants to be awoken at, because Jesse also goes out just as late as Kyle. So instead of like falling asleep eating nachos, does Jesse come home and like try to serenade at 3:45 a.m.? Because Amanda would not want to deal with that.
I don't know, but the thing is, she's been leaving these comments and having these flirtatious moments with Jesse after his singing moments in the ham, like even like a year after. You know what I'm saying? So like that. Well, maybe she forgot. Maybe she forgot that he has those singing moments. I don't know. I like a man who sings. He could croon me any which way he would like.
Okay.
Jesse, and if you're listening,
Wait, but I do feel like Amanda could forget, because I remember also the episode where Danielle got mad at Paige. Amanda's like, I need to rewatch it because I was drunk. So she kind of, I think she. So I don't know if she remembered, but maybe you and Amanda want your, that could be your The Masked Singer. I don't know what y'all want to get into with Jesse Solomon, but we'll see what happens. I know the fans would absolutely go ballistic if that's how the cards presented themselves.
that would be insane. I mean, we've seen some crazy ass shit happen on Bravo, and I do think what if that happens in 2025 and you predicted it right here, right now, I'm gonna you're gonna have to have a conversation with Kyle because that's on you.
I'd be Therese Caputo. I'd be like, I'd be the Long Island, like, you know, the Hamptons is technically Long Island, hate to break. And I feel I would kind of be like the Long Island medium of that situation. It would be, the only thing that would be more shocking in that is if, and like, we know it's not true, if Dorit and Mo actually ever got together.
I know. Oh my God. Yeah. Kyle and Jesse or Reed and Mo. What would you rather see happen?
Oh, I think Mo and Dorit would be hot together.
I think they'd be hot together. I mean, and they're both single now, so that would be less messy, I suppose. So yeah, I think they'd be hot together. I do think, yeah,
And
they just look really good together. So would Kyle and Jesse, but
yeah,
then I mean Amanda and Jesse, but then
I mean,
Kyle. Kyle and Jesse. Now, that's
Happy
me. Just
Pride.
y'all know my fan. That's my personal. Yeah, exactly. Happy Pride right there. But no, Amanda and Jesse would look great. Kyle and Jesse would look great. But Kyle sad would not
Kyle
be
would be
great.
sad. Both Kyle can then talk to Kyle Richards.
Oh, that's so. Oh, how about Kyle and Kyle?
Kyle Richards
No.
would not want, no. Evan, no. But I didn't watch the clip because I was like, let me try to have like as little spoiler situations as possible. But I mean, Kyle, did you see that clip going around of like Kyle like really going off on Dorit at a Beverly Hills taping that someone filmed? So maybe, I don't know.
You think it's a Mo related situation?
I don't know if it's a Mo Down Throwdown, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens there. But two housewives who we know are not doing well, like
Oh.
for real, 100% feuding after filming season 2 of The Real Housewives of Dubai together are Lesa Milan and Chanel. Ayan, we just chatted with Lisa to get her take on it. And I don't know, Danny, she really honestly doesn't seem that bothered.
No, yeah, she's very happy in her G-Wagon, and I think she's also very excited for the fans to watch the rest of the season play out, and she's excited to watch it herself, because I think her heart says she's in the right.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I have so many theories floating around in my head because she wouldn't give us too much, but like you said, she wants to see how it plays out, which makes me think that she feels in the dark about a certain aspect of the situation. So she's waiting to sort of fill in that missing puzzle piece and figure out why the friendship fell apart because she's like, I like did not see it coming. So I think from what I understand, this happens like at the finale, and then it's just
Ooh.
like it's done, or like very close to the finale, like the final episode. So we're not going to get to see it for a little while. I think that she and Ayan are both good throughout the majority of the season, but as we know, Ayan is developing this close friendship with Stanbury. Stanbury and Lesa Milan have not always had the best or nicest things to say about each other. I think Lisa to us called her rusting and gold-plated.
Gold-plated. Don't get the hype. Yeah, so she doesn't hold back any of her thoughts of either of the ladies. This is what she had to say about the Ayan of it all. And, well, if you guys, keep up with page 6, you already know what she had to say about Stanbury.
Well, listen, it was a true friendship. And I think people can identify with, it's reality TV, but you can decipher the real from the reality and the fakeness, right? And I think with Ayan and I, we were really best friends. And even for me, I can't wait to see how it all plays out because I must have missed something because I did not see it coming. So I am just as invested as the fans,
And
honestly.
because you were talking about like external people getting into business that isn't theirs.
Yeah.
Do you feel there were a lot of outside voices in between your friendship with you and Ayan that kind of led to?
I think a
fall
little
apart?
bit of both.
Okay.
I think maybe on her end, which is why I have to watch to see, maybe she had some outside influences. I don't know. But I know from my perspective, it was a lot of like secret competition that I felt was going on that I didn't know at the time until after. That's my opinion. So I'm going to watch to see how it all plays out because I definitely missed something.
Looking back, Lisa, are there any red flags that you're able to identify now that you're like, okay, like maybe we weren't suited as friends. Maybe this really
You know
wasn't.
what? You're going to have to watch because I think as it plays out, the red flags will be there. But just like any relationship, whether it's a friendship or something, not platonic, you don't see the red flags when you're in the situation. It's not until you're on the outside and you start to look back and you're like, oh my gosh, this did happen. How did I miss those signs? But there's a big piece of the puzzle that's missing that I want to watch the show to see how it plays out because it's so crazy that even I want to see what it is that I missed.
And do you feel, if after you see what you missed, like if there is a moment where you're kind of like, that's what she's getting at, would you want to like send her a text or anything to be like, can we talk?
Listen, I am the queen of taking accountability sometimes. Not all the time. But if I feel like I'm genuinely in the wrong, I'll say I'm sorry. I'm not too big to apologize to someone when I'm in the wrong, and I try to teach that to my kids as well, you know? So I have to lead by example. But guaranteed, if I am not wrong, I will drag this shit until we get to the next season. I am not kidding. But let's see. I'm just as intrigued as you guys. It's a good season.
We unpack Jersey all the time. Dubai is kicking in. We're very excited for OC Housewives to come back. A new reality show. Well, not new. New episodes of a reality show are coming back, Evan, and that is Mama June Family Crisis.
I don't know about you, Danny, but if you catch me in front of WeTV on a Friday night and Mama June Family Crisis is on, like, I love it when there's a marathon. Typically, that's how we rolls. We love a Mama June marathon, and especially, I feel like you and I are going to be marathoning this season because there is so much going on. Unfortunately, this new installment of the series, it covers the death of Anna Chickadee and her cancer battle. It really unpacks all that in these first few episodes, which you and I got to watch early. But there's still so much drama, even with the cancer battle going on. Like, they're fighting about money, they're fighting about relationships. Like, it's a lot. But then when we had them in when you had them in studio, Danny, they weren't fighting at all. They were so good.
They were so good together. They were having so much fun, and I think a lot of that can be attributed to all the intense family stuff they're dealing with, like where they hold each other very, very close and are supportive, from everything to like celebrating Alana going to college, to all the little kiddos running around, even Mama June's weight loss journey. They all have very good things to say about her semaglutide situation going on, which you could take a listen to of what Mama June's update for that is. And Mama June, because your TikTok is iconic. I have been seeing that you've been posting a lot of like recipes about like getting more protein and everything like that. How is, you look amazing. How is the weight loss journey going?
I'm on the 9th week. I am taking a weight loss medication, trizipatide. I don't hide that from the world because there's so many people that are struggling with these drugs. And I'm okay. I was to myself. I was against it because I had a gastric sleeve. But now I'm in week 9, and you can ask the girls. I am so super strict because my husband and them felt bad. They were walking in and out of bakeries yesterday in Times Square. And
I ate my lobster tail from
But
Carlos.
I know, but they were like, but
No
my husband
regards.
is like, I hate that I go out to eat. But like, I'm very strict. Like I was even when I had the gastric sleeve. Like I've already lost 30 pounds in like 8.5 weeks. So, like, I make sure that I go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. Like,
we were just talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I just feel like every other time Mama's lost weight so quickly that she's gained it back plus more each time, you know, because she didn't eat right. She didn't go to the gym. She just was like, fuck it, I'll get a surgery and I'll get it done.
Right. And I did lose 160 pounds in 6 weeks.
Right. But that's not healthy either.
Well,
yeah, like I lost a lot of weight.
For me, I was telling
quick.
Mama, because like last year I was in the gym a whole bunch. So I was just telling her, for me, I was like, I noticed like when you're consistent and stuff like that and you start to drop pounds like in a lesser time frame, it takes you a little while to gain that weight back.
Yeah, and it does get frustrating because like last week I gained a pound and I literally shared that experience with TikTok. And I told people, like, I gained a pound and I was so mad at myself, like, because I put on a pound because I'm working hard at the gym, eating only protein. I don't really like bread, carbs, and all that. So I'm okay with not even eating that. But, like, I'm trying to get the 80 grams and the 100 grams of protein. But when I did that last week, I gained a pound. So now I got to go back down to, like, 40 or 50 grams of protein versus what they say 100 grams. I can't do it. Like, I put on a weight. Sorry.
Yeah,
Y'all need to find a new little hook things.
And that's not all, because they did give us a lot more tea. And where is that tea, Evan?
It's in our newsletter, so you better subscribe if you want to get the exclusive tea from Mama June, and of course from your favorite Real Housewives and Bravo celebrities and reality stars. A week after week, it's always there, piping hot.